Etapu, Assalamu alaikum, Namaste, Harun Nefra, may Buddha bless you. This is Qesankh Keparu with another video for you. And in this video, we're going to be talking about how to manifest with the angel numbers 2, 22, 22. But before I go into that, I want you to hit the like button on this video located below. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Hit the subscribe button to get notifications on when I go live and when I upload recorded videos. And if you want to know more about my spiritual teachings, you can scroll down below, click on any one of those ebooks and download them today. They are free. If you want to follow the rabbit down that rabbit hole to get some more knowledge, you can become a Patreon supporter for as little as $1, $5, or $20 per month. You can cancel at any time. You'll get subscriptions to videos on the esoteric and the spiritual, videos that will teach you how to meditate, the proper breathing exercises, videos on how to communicate with the ancestors or communicate with your guardian angel, on how to put together a magical amulet, how to do a money ritual to attract more money. And if you are an Astral level supporter, you'll get all your oracle readings for free. So become a Patreon supporter today. Last but not least, share this video with family and friends so we can get the revolution started. So, Harun Nefer, how are you? I want to talk about the angel numbers 2, 22, 22. That special combination and what it can mean for you. But first, if you're interested in increasing your financial situation and leveling up, think about enrolling in my 6-figure PM program. You'll be trained in just 6 weeks on how to become a project manager. And after that time, we'll work with you to place you in a job making 6 figures. Isn't that awesome? Remember, as a 6-figure PM, you are the boss. You set your own hours. That's right. You can work short-term, long-term, part-time, full-time. You can travel and work from anywhere in the world. See, there's no limitation. So become a project manager. Think about that. There's no certification needed. There's no degree needed. You just need the training for my program and you're ready to go. Others have graduated and been placed in jobs and making more money than they've seen before in their entire life. Now, speaking of money, let's talk about these angel numbers. Big announcement. My birthday is Tuesday. When I got sick last week and they had to call the ambulance for me, there was this really, really pretty woman that was helping me. Very strong woman too, because she picked me up to lie me down on the cart, and she was taking down my information. She asked me when my birthday was, and I told her it's on February 22nd. And then she realized that this is the 22 year, and she said, "Your birthday, that's some awesome angel numbers." And me being sick and not feeling well, I just brushed it off. I didn't want to get into a whole discourse about it. But I said to myself, I had to remind myself to talk to you about this. Because the importance of not only 2, 22, 22, but how it falls on my birthday. Isn't that awesome? That is awesome. You should know that 2 is a Ma'at number. Ma'at is governing relationships, 2 people. One of my favorite numbers is 42. When I go to the gas station, I always make sure it stops at 42. $42. Not that I'm a big believer in numerology. I do believe in my angel numbers, my lucky numbers. So you'll note that you'll see these numbers appear in my movies, in my house, things of that nature. Part to ensure financial prosperity. Now, I want you to, thank you, Michael Dua. Well, I shouldn't say birthday because we really call it Earth Day, the day you came to Earth. So that's the traditional way to refer to it as your Earth Day. Now, many people wonder, what are these angel numbers? What are these numbers that you see often? 1111, 333. Well, I want you to know that everything that you see around you is a product of your subconscious mind, a product of your spirit. And in reality, those coded messages, those numbers, are really your subconscious mind trying to communicate with you something very important and letting you know something. And if you are paying attention and aware, you will receive the message. And it'll get to the point where you can control this. You can set out on an objective, and you may be wondering if the objective is noble, if it will be something that you can accomplish. You can ask the universe for a sign, and it will send you back the numbers to indicate to you whether or not the path you're on is correct or not. That's one way of understanding and interpreting the numbers. Another way is to understand that we're governed by deities and energies and spirits and angels. And they're here to communicate and protect you. And if you believe in the whole concept of guardian angels, then your angel is looking out for you, and therefore will be sending you these coded messages through what we call numerology. Thank you, Max. Dua. So it's important that you observe it. Now, of course, Tuesday, my Earth Day, being born 2/22, it's not just significant for me, although it's a very, very important thing for me. It is also important to you. Because what does that mean to you? Well, those angel numbers represent balance, harmony, as above, so below. The hermetic laws of Hermes Trismegistus, Tahuti. When there is balance and harmony, there is prosperity and good fortune. But this is of significance, and pay attention to this. When there is balance of the above and the below, the conditions are perfect for manifestation. When there is an imbalance, the conditions are not perfect for manifestation. Let us say that I want to manifest money. And I meditate and visualize me coming into money on a Thursday, which is Ma'at's day. But I chant a set mantra. Then there is disharmony. A set does not govern the acquisition of wealth. So as above, so below doesn't apply here. There's an imbalance. So you must look at the energies and how they are aligned through the numerology, through the numbers that come to you. and understand that when there is that balance, there's an opportunity for manifestation. The energies are right. There is harmony. And what you visualize during that period and empower with emotion shall come to fruition. But more importantly, the angel is reaching out and saying, the time is now. You have reached a perfect equilibrium to foster that which you desire. Now, we know that this is a matrix system. So the matrix mirrors back your thoughts and beliefs. So if you do not believe in angels, if you do not believe in numerology, then nothing will happen. But if you do believe in it, you will gain from the experience. You see, the first step in becoming a master magician, a magi, is belief, knowing that everything is part of your creation, a creation of mind, and that the universe doesn't really care if you believe in it or not. Reality doesn't really care if you believe in it or not. In fact, if you don't believe in it and you tell reality that there's no such thing as magic, manifestation, it will construct itself so that it nullifies your power. So you'll live in a world where you have no control. But if you have the belief that everything is a product of your magic in your mind, it will construct itself to whatever it is you want and desire will manifest. You see? You see how it is? Never forget that you are God. And you are directly responsible for your own good fortune or bad fortune. Isn't that an oxymoron, bad fortune? Yeah. Can't be bad fortune, it's only fortune. But you are in the driver's seat, as in the tarot, the chariot. The chariot has the black horse, the white horse, and you in between driving it. That is the symbol of the yin and yang, of the dual opposing forces in perfect harmony, controlled by you. Your angel is reaching out and telling you that the time is ripe for prosperity. The time is ripe for good fortune. The angel is communicating with you through this third dimensional experience, 3D experience, third density experience. And if you miss that opportunity and you say, I don't believe in it, then life will go on as usual. You see, I'm going to explain something to you about Elon Musk, Bill Gates. They are occultists in the highest order. No one amasses that amount of wealth like Jeff Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos without having some pretty powerful occult forces behind them. See, they take advantage of the prevailing energies to manifest and hoard wealth because they're greedy. They understand the science of energy manipulation. And for you to achieve success in your life, you must understand this too. You don't have to be a master magician at it, but you got to understand the basic principles and abide by those principles so that you may have abundance, which we define as the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it, and never be lacking. My life is abundance, and I am thankful. And one way that we can attract abundance into our lives is through gratitude. Every day, thanking the universe for the little things that we have. That's a form of magic, because you're telling the universe, give me more of this. Thank you for the TV. Thank you for the meal on my table. Thank you for my salary. Thank you for my job. Thank you for my present prosperity. When you do that in the right frame of mind, the universe says, give him more or give her more of that. And you have abundance. But when you're always in the negative state of, why haven't my ship come in? What is going wrong? Well, then we ask questions. Are you chanting the mantra every day for wealth? No. Are you looking for the signs, the numbers, to tell you either on the wrong path or on the right path? No. I walked into a Vegas casino. I shouldn't have been there because they know me and they watch me. And I was talking with a gentleman I had just met. Didn't really know him that well. And he asked me to accompany him to watch him play. I think it was, what was that thing called? I don't know, the game, roulette or something. And I stood there. Long story short, he picked up on something interesting. He saw that when I stood next to him, he would win repeatedly. Well, after a while, I wanted to leave, and he did not want me to leave. He said, just one more game. Come stand by me one more game. And I said, okay. And I stood by one more game, and he won. I then had a friend come in from Canada, and he wanted to play, and I stood next to him. And during the game, this is another time, and he won big on the game. He won so big, in fact, that the casino gave him a free hotel room and meals and all that. And he says, Qesankh, you can come and stay with me at this hotel room. And it was a crazy experience because the hotel room was nice. But the problem was they serviced you every freaking minute. They were coming in, giving you food, taking towels, giving you cologne. And it got to the point where my friend got so sick, he says, I can't believe how much service is here. It's so annoying. There's like every hour you're getting some type of service. I said, yeah, I guess that's what the hotel is known for, you know. And I remember they were giving us these samples of cologne, and I actually dropped one of the colognes on the floor, and the glass everywhere, and it smelled so nice. I was like, oh, be careful, there's glass all over the place. Now, I tell you this story is that when you are in the right mood and you have the right angelic forces behind you, you become a money magnet, an attraction for good forces, you know? But you must learn to use that wisely. I give a lot in terms of over tipping, in terms of giving money to young kids on the street, because I know that's important in my life because I have a Ma'at destiny. Because when you give, you receive. That's the law of the universe. Now, back to what I was saying about Elon Musk and all the others. See, they understand the manipulation of energies, and they have people working for them who understand it as well. And you need to understand that on a very practical level of how to do a money ritual. This is the first thing you need to understand and study. Because if you're not financially prospering, then the magic isn't working for you. Why do it? I remember the king in the priesthood that I was in said out loud to everybody in the temple that most of the men in this temple who are in priesthood make lots of money. And he was saying that because they know how to do their money rituals and they do it on a regular basis. Now, if you are not doing that on a regular basis, which I prescribe you do, then you must be working with your angel to ensure that blessings are brought to you and protection from accidents, thefts, illness. So when I was in an ambulance, the woman there knew I would be okay, even though I was sick as a dog, because when she saw those angelic numbers, those angel numbers, she knew that they were something watching out for me. You have to, I want you to understand something. The Christian religion has perverted everything to such an extreme that they want you to think that you'll get blessings just by doing good. Oh, I bless, I say my prayer and I give to charity, and so God's going to bless me with money. No, that's not how it works. See, God doesn't give you credit for doing what you should already be doing. You should already be a good person. You should already be giving to charity or giving to people, giving to the impoverished. You get no brownie points or extra points for that. But you can increase your chances of gaining wealth and gaining fortune by abiding by the laws of the universe. And by abiding by the laws of the universe, it's so simple as this. If you understand that 22 is a balance of equilibrium of forces, is serenity, and that if you meditate on that day, you will receive blessings. So you set aside time on Tuesday and you meditate for 30 minutes or an hour, and then you're good. That is all you have to do. It's not complicated where you have to sacrifice a cow and then sacrifice a snake and then do like a ritual and dancing and covered in blood. You don't have to do that anymore. We used to do that, but you don't have to do that anymore. This is the dawning of Aquarius. We're coming into higher knowledge. So when you see 3333, you should know automatically what that means and what steps you need to take. When you see 777, you better know what that means. Because you got family trying to communicate to you. You have your angel communicating to you. When you see 222, you know that things are balanced and ready. That all you need to do is impregnate yourself with an idea of what you want, and the universe will give it to you. You don't have to overcomplicate this. You understand what I'm saying? Meditate on Tuesday. Visualize what you want. The energies are in alignment like never before. 22. Oh my God, that's fortuitous. I cannot wait. I cannot wait till my glasses come. It is very difficult for me sometimes to read the screen. And I'm like, what are you guys saying? Let us turn to the angel oracle. And I want the angels to communicate to us, to give us a message for all those who are watching now on what we need to do or know. Hail to Huti, making victorious Asar over his enemies on the night that of battle, and making the feathering of the Sabahu. Day that destroying the enemies of Nebuchadnezzar. Night that is making to stand the Jet and Jetu. Salutation of power, Father and Mother, Supreme Being who comes as to Huti. Thanks for the words divine. My heart belongs to you. We ask that our guardian angel communicate to us as a group, as a whole, and let us know, or give us, I should say, an important message. We'll pick one card. The angel, Rahel. Rahel, the quickly forgiving God. If you can see that. Rahel. Love and submission cures illnesses, influences paternal love, gives long life. Love and submission cures illness, influences paternal love, gives long life. Rahel. Thank you, Rahel. Let's do another one. In fact, I won't do another one. If you would like to know what your guardian angel wants to communicate to you, simply put a 1 in the chat box. Please comment or give a message that Black needs to know. Lilel is your guardian angel. Lilel. Light of understanding acquires knowledge and cures illness. The praiseworthy God. Light of understanding acquires knowledge and cures illnesses. So maybe that means something to you. This is the Knight of Pentacles. Good card, Knight of Pentacles, meaning that there will be progress in money matters and communication regarding money. Please let us know a message you have for Max. Hashihana. Universal medicine, elevation of the soul and the revelation of mysteries. The God, the impenetrable secret. God, the impenetrable secret. Universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. You have 9 of Wands. So this is saying that you're going to go through a little bit of a rough time, but you'll come out on top. Okay? Direct destiny. Please give a message to direct destiny. Azazel. God who rejoices, divine comfort, gives consolation and protection from one's angels. God who rejoices. So you are, he's holding a sword. You are protected. So fear not against your enemies. Azazel has your back. Oh, I'm sorry, one thing. This is the Page of Cups, communication of love, affection. So he's telling you you're loved. Blackfoot Witch. Please tell us, give us a message for Blackfoot Witch. Hariel. The comforting God. Purification, protection from the impurities, religious sentiments. The comforting God. 9 of Swords. Purification, protection, religious sentiments. 9 of Swords. There's going to be a lot of worry. And the worry you're going through is illusionary. You're worried about nothing. So that message is trying to let you know, don't stress yourself out over something. It would help if you purify yourself with a bath or something of that nature to get rid of any negative energies. Okay? Luce, please communicate to us and give us a message for Luce. Nikael. Desire for knowledge protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. The only God. The Hangman. So you are going to get insight and secret knowledge. This angel is going to give you lots and lots of knowledge that no one else knows. And protection from liars, bad mouthers, evil spells. Triumph. When you see the horn, it's triumph. There you go. Hangman. He's hanging upside down because he has a different perspective on things. He sees the world differently. Heather, thank you for the super chat. Please donate to the channel if you are in a position to do so. You give and you will receive. Also, don't forget to hit the like button. Please hit that like button. Finally, as a group, one more reading. The angels will tell us what we need to know as a group. Let me ask this question. Of all of the angelic forces out there, please tell us, myself, my magicians in the chat, are we protected? Do we have your divine protection? Please answer. Word of God creating all. Ibamaha. It's hard to pronounce this. The Hermit. Oh, the Hermit. That's good. Ibamaha. Let me look at this for just a good second or two. Wisdom, knowledge. Let's see what it says. Alchemy, and transformation. Rules, natural event, helps with spiritual progress. Exactly what we needed. This talks about we're all here for the spiritual journey, for spiritual progress, from learning. Word of God creating all. We are the magicians. We are creating things for ourselves. Alchemy, transformation to a higher level of thinking, higher level of progress. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. This is what we all need to seek. Higher levels of knowledge, spiritual enlightenment and progress will benefit us, will give us financial prosperity, will protect us against our enemies. You cannot fight racism. It's too powerful. It's embedded in every entity in this country. But as an individual, you can use your magic to shift to a parallel reality where racism and oppression doesn't affect you as much. Come on now, guys. If this information has benefited you, support the channel, donate. I see you donating on other channels all the time. So this Tuesday, I am going to have a meditation session designed specifically for prosperity, for communicating with the angels and getting divine guidance. You see, what separates what I'm teaching from everyone else, I remember they asked our king, what is that hermetic religion stuff they're teaching? And someone responded, oh, it's behavior modification, which is not necessarily true. You see, when you go to other spiritual channels, they try and teach you rituals, mantras, and things of that nature. But none of them, and I mean this, has done the work on themselves. You see, I spent 12 years perfecting my character, perfecting my spirit to eradicate negative emotions and conditionings. That qualifies me to teach and lead you. Anybody can pick up a book on the occult and read it and regurgitate the information, but have they ascended to a high spiritual level that they are worthy of you following them? And when people have one-on-one consultations with me, and I often tell them, don't be wooed by my words. Do the oracle reading and ask the oracle if I am on the level. That's how you tell who you follow. These pimp pastor ministers, your Frederick Price, your Joel Osteen, your Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes are criminals. They are criminals. And the day will come soon where I will go into mass media and call them out as devils as they are. You see, they have not, I mean, you look at Frederick, I mean, look at Creflo Dollar, let's look at T.D. Jakes, his fried chicken eating ass. Big as a house. Indication of a poor diet. Half animal, half savage. He has not done the work to elevate his spirit. You see, reading a book with Psalms is nothing and doesn't change behavior. Only by constant meditation over the course of years through you engage in alchemy or transformation. It took me a long time to get here, of working on self first. But why am I saying this? I am saying this because no angel is going to work with you when you have the mindset and character of Sahu. You will only attract a dark, deceased being, which is what Creflo Dollar and the rest have attracted. Which is what all these other so-called gurus or hotepers, they have achieved nothing in their lives. They read a book, they call themselves a magician, and they regurgitate the information, but they don't work on themselves. They're greedy. That's why your young pharaohs and who's else out there, your Umar Johnsons and your, they're all corrupt. Because they have focused on wooing you with names and dates, but never on showing you how to be a better person, how to be the best version of yourself first, to attract the spiritual entities necessary for prosperity. Luz, thank you for the donation. Much appreciated. And this is why they don't work with oracles, because the oracle would rat them out. The oracles would tell you, don't follow them. So we work on self first. Through meditation, through mantras. Then we get into the deeper stuff of rituals. Traveling through alternate dimensions, astral projection. What good is it to have the ability to astral project, to go to other dimensions when you are a crook, when you are criminally minded, when you're Sahu, half animal, half savage? What good is that? Because all you're going to do is just meet up with other evil entities. Woman asked me, well, if I do astral travel, what happens if I meet evil beings? I said, well, if you are not evil, you will not meet them. Like attracts like. You shouldn't be astral traveling and meeting evil beings. That's not how it works. And if you do, then you need to sit down and reflect upon your person, who you are. And that was a hard pill for her to swallow. Hey, Nikki. Hard pill to swallow for her, because she did not want to admit that there was something trapped in her shadow self that she didn't deal with. And she wasn't going to do the spiritual work. So Max, you don't need the Ma'at optimism. You need to just chant the Ma'at mantra, which will bring you the optimism. That's what the mantras are for, to give you energies that you may be lacking in. So chant the mantra, and then it will change your frequency. It'll also vibrate you to wealth. That's how like attracts like. No one's asking you to be perfect. No one's asking you to be, but we're asking that you work on a regular basis. Let me give you an example of how powerful I am and how powerful you are. I went to the mall today, right? Because I was going to meet some old girlfriends for lunch. I arrived really, really early because I just wanted to take some time to walk around the mall. And I remember thinking something, which is part of my destiny reading. And I said to myself, and I don't know why I was thinking this. I said, I have to be careful when I'm walking around in public like this. Because it tends to be that someone notices me. Usually turns out to be an old friend who will notice me. And then I brushed the thought away. I said, well, let me get to the place and get some food. So I walked into the place, I ordered my food, and I'm sitting there staring, because I know everybody in the place, staring ahead at the food. And then some woman comes up to my right. I can see her out my peripheral vision. And she grabs me. So I turn around and I look at her like, And she goes, Qesankh. And I was like, oh my God. It was an old friend who I used to work with way back. I was like, oh, wow. She says, yeah, I saw you driving. Me and my husband saw you driving, and now we just bumped into you. It was amazing. I said, well, how's it going? We just had this long talk. So then I got my food. I said goodbye and all that. And then it dawned on me what happened, that I manifested that situation, because prior to that, I was thinking, hey, when I walk around, I usually, an old friend will notice me or something. So the universe said, ask and you shall receive. And the old friend noticed me and came. Now, I can brush that off as coincidence. It happens too often to be a coincidence. But I know my power. I know what I can do. So I knew right away that was a situation that I manifested. And her and I have a love of Star Trek. So we would talk about Trek and all that, And it was good to meet her husband, and it was great. But I want you to understand that these things are so easily manipulated in a good way. So if I had walked around and been thinking, hey, when I usually walk around, I usually come into money, what would have happened then if I had been harboring that thought? Very interesting. It would have been just as easy for me to do that. You see, your belief system is going to go, which is the strongest belief? So if my belief system strongly believes that I can come into money, it will quickly manifest that situation in the mall. I don't need to know how it'll do it, because it'll do it on its own. But I happen not to be thinking that. I happen to be thinking about running into an old friend. So the universe said, I'm going to manifest that for you. You're very powerful. And this world doesn't want you to know how powerful you are. Practice your magic. The more you practice, the stronger you get. And it may not manifest right away, but once you get rolling, you can't stop the manifestations. It'll be everywhere. The synchronicities and the signs will be everywhere. 11, 33, 22, 41. You won't know what to do. If you go online and research on YouTube, you can see testimony by people who have crazy synchronicities. They can't stop it. It's automatically coming, and really depends on your belief system, how strongly you believe this can happen. So when Tuesday comes and we do the meditation, make sure you're firmly planted in the right belief that this can happen to you. Nothing is real. It's all Maya. It's all created by you and your belief system. Unfortunately, we have been indoctrinated into an ideology which says that things happen by coincidence, that there is no magic, that you don't control this three-dimensional reality. When you do, you are the freaking magician. Reality doesn't exist apart from the observer. You are the observer. There can be no reality without you. So why don't you create the reality that you want? Stop saying things like, I'm broke. No. Start repeating to yourself on a daily basis for 28 days, a full cycle, full moon cycle, I am wealthy. I am wealthy. I have always been and will be wealthy. Start looking for the signs from your angels to tell you, am I on the right direction? And if you get the 333 or whatever signs that tell you you're on the wrong direction, change up what you're doing. Simple as that. There is no bad luck. There's only what you manifest. You manifest what you believe is bad luck. You manifest racism. You manifest the Illuminati. You manifest wars. You manifest King Leopold. You manifest Hitler. You manifest these pimp, parlor trick ministers. All you got to do is accept a new belief system. Your belief system. I reject the belief system of the mainstream. I reject it. I rebuke it. I reject the nightly news and what they tell me. I reject what I see in social media. The first and foremost thing, there are two things actually. Let me give you this. There are two things you need to know, and that's all you need to know to begin this journey. First, write this down. First thing you need to know is you are God. That is the first thing you need to know. Actually, three things. Let me give you the three things. First thing is you are God. Second thing, everything is Maya, an illusion. Third thing is everything is a product of mind. You manifest it. You manifest it. You create it. Three things now. First thing, you are God. Second thing is everything is Maya, an illusion. Nothing's real. There's no reality. Third thing is everything is a product of mind. There's no outside world. That is scientifically impossible for there to be an outside world. Let me say it again. It is scientifically an impossibility for there to be an outside world. Do you understand that? It's an illusion. It's a trick. That is all. Those three things are all you need to keep in mind. And you practice them on a daily basis and understanding that you are God, not a sinful creature, not a sinner. Everything's an illusion. This does not exist. This mouse does not exist. This cup does not exist. Third thing, everything's a product of mind. I create this mouse. I create this. I create this cup. It may seem solid, but it's not. And on Tuesday, you will put these principles into application and manifest your goal. So, Max, number one, you are God. Number two, everything is Maya, an illusion. Number three, there's no outside world. Everything's a product of mind. You are the end all and be all of existence. Let me explain this. Do you know what happens when you die? Do you think that when you die, they're going to have a funeral for you? Your loved ones are going to come and cry. Newsflash, you see, when you die, this reality stops. It does not go on. Because this reality is only here because of you. It would be stupid for it to continue on without you. It would be stupid for this reality to see. You have to look at the back. You have to backward out this logic. If you understand, okay, let me explain. If you understand that the principles that I've just told you, you're God, right? Everything's an illusion and everything's a product of mind, right? So everything's a product of mind, and which means that reality doesn't exist apart from the observer, and you're the observer. So this reality cannot exist without you. And if you die, how the hell does it continue without you? It can't. So there will be no funeral for you. There will be no crying and people. It can't. That's an impossibility. It can't exist. Reality cannot exist without you. So there, when you die, life doesn't go on for everybody else. It doesn't. It stops. The video game is shut down. The power is unplugged. And you simply quantum leap to a new avatar, new body. So you can have a different life, a different existence, a different destiny. So if people want to lie and tell you that when you die, we're going to have a great funeral for you and all of this. No, they're not. Well, when you die, do you want to be buried or cremated? Doesn't matter, because this reality is not going to continue without me. Now, it doesn't mean you shouldn't go take out insurance and stuff for your loved ones, because that's another principle, but you should make sure that they're taken care of. Especially if your wife is very sexy, make sure she's taken care of. I just saw a picture of Jennifer Beals in the new Boba Fett series. That is a beautiful Black woman. I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, I knew Jennifer Beals was beautiful, but when I saw that, I was like, all right, stop all reality. This woman is super beautiful, and she's Black. Extra credit. Give this woman her own TV series, okay? I don't care what the show is about. I really don't give a damn. I'm just going to be watching it for her. She's amazing. This woman is freaking. There's some women that don't grow old gracefully like Halle Berry, but Jennifer Beals, shit. What do they say? Black don't crack. I may make her my third wife. I don't know. She behaves herself. Who knows? Anyway, I digress. All right, my beloved. Get ready for Tuesday. We're going to reconvene on Tuesday and do a meditation, an angel meditation for 2/22. 22, Qesankh's Earth Day. We're gonna rock it. So write down your objective, what you want to achieve, whether it's finding a mate, a new house, new car, a little bit of money, a get out of jail free card. Because I know some of the people are locked up right now and they need a little help get out. You know, it's a really terrible, terrible situation to be in when you're locked up. So you need some magic. And my pretty ass couldn't be locked up. It'd be over for me. You know, I'm too sexy. So the inmates be like, "Oh, look who's here, Qesankh. Hey, all right." I want to thank you all for tuning into this message. We had a lot of fun today, didn't we? Huh? So this is Qesankh Ma Keperu, son of Ma Antahudi. My aunt is the beautiful goddess Heteru. Until my next video, I'm in Ra.